19.6%. That is how much international talents in Germany earn less than their native colleagues for doing the exact same job. Does this mean you are underpaid too? You don't know, right? Because salary is the ultimate taboo here in Germany. And that's why you wanted us to make a video about the Entlgelttransparenzgesetz, because that changes now. Now you can force your boss, legally, to reveal exactly what everyone else in your team is making. How? Let me tell you in this Perfect Explains. To understand why this is a massive deal, we need to look at how useless the old German transparency law used to be. Introduced back in 2017, it theoretically gave you the right to request the median salary of your peers. But in reality, it was just a bureaucratic joke. It only applied to companies with more than 200 employees, and thanks to a strict data privacy loophole, you could only get information if there were at least 6 colleagues of the opposite sex doing the exact same job. That's why only 4% of employees ever bothered to ask, and there were also 0 penalties or fines for companies ignoring the rules. But that changes completely on June 7th, 2026, because the brand new EU Transparency Directive officially becomes German law, turning a useless regulation into a lethal weapon for your career, because you will have these 3 superpowers. Superpower number 1 ends blind applications, because from now on, companies must state the starting salary or the exact salary range right inside the job description, or at least before your first job interview. And even better, recruiters are now strictly banned from asking about your previous salary history, so no more guessing games for you, which should help you a lot in salary negotiations. Superpower number 2 makes the law applicable for more of you, because the old 200 employee limit and that ridiculous 6-person loophole is completely gone. It does not matter if you work for a small startup or a massive corporation. You now have the legal right to request the salary data for your role. And if you like to chat with your peers over coffee about their salary, go ahead. Because any clause in your German employment contract trying to forbid you from discussing your salary is now completely illegal. And superpower number 3 is your legal backing. Companies with more than 100 employees have to regularly publish a salary report now. That was only for companies with more than 500 employees previously. And if that report reveals an unjustified pay gap of more than 5%, companies are legally forced to fix it. And if you decide to take action because you're being underpaid, the entire burden of proof shifts to the employer. Let me make this very clear to make sure that everyone understands. Your boss must prove in court that the pay gap is justified, not you. And if they fail, they face massive fines and you are entitled to full retroactive back pay. And if you're already making a good salary, you don't have to wait until June. You can book a free meeting with us right here to check your current tax savings potential before you even start negotiating your next salary. Now, knowing your rights is one thing, but using them without looking like a troublemaker to your boss is a completely different story. And that's why you need a professional, bulletproof framework to claim your money while keeping your reputation with this 5-star game plan. Step number 1. Break the taboo. Start by talking to trusted colleagues about their salary. As we established, those secrecy clauses in your employment contract are completely worthless now. The goal is to get a realistic feeling for the salaries of your peers before you make anything official. Do your research first and then approach your employer. Then you have a much better chance of success than if you're unprepared. Step number 2. Use your corporate shield. If your company has a works council, Betriebsrat in German, use them. You can submit your official request directly to them, and they will handle your communication with your HR department anonymously. That way, your boss will never even know it was you who triggered the request, completely eliminating any awkwardness. If you don't have a works council, too bad, then you have to go straight to step number 3, making it official. Send a simple, purely professional email to HR. Do not make it emotional, it's just business after all. Just state your role, define a comparable peer group, and request a median monthly gross salary including bonuses. To look ultra professional, download the official template provided by the German Family Ministry that we linked for you guys in the description. And maybe even ask your HR department politely to handle your request confidentially. Step number 4, rely on the law. If you're still afraid of a negative backlash, remember the Prohibition of Disciplinary Action, Maßregelungsverbot in German. Section 9 of the German transparency law strictly forbids your employer from penalizing you, treating you worse, or disadvantaging you in any way just because you asked for your data. You are legally protected. And step number 5, negotiate with facts, not accusations. Once you receive the data and see that you are being underpaid, do not run into your boss's office and scream, "Discrimination!" Schedule a regular performance review and stay constructive. Do not say, "You are paying me unfairly." Rather say, "Based on the official median data for my position, I want to align my compensation with the company standard." Bring your neutral, hard facts to the table, like your improved German skills, your corporate track record, or your unique experience. And ask your manager, what specific goals do I need to hit to bridge this gap to the median and increase my salary? This turns a potentially awkward confrontation into a highly professional career move. Landing a massive raise thanks to this new law is nice, but it is only half the battle. So here's the ultimate reality check that most expats completely overlook. If you successfully increase your gross salary, your taxes will increase inevitably, meaning the government will take some of the money you took so much effort negotiating. If your gross salary was 5,000 euro before the raise, which is kind of the average salary here in Germany, your net was roughly 3,100 euros. If you negotiate a 1,000 euro raise, which would be huge, that's what she said, your net increases by 500 euro only. Half your raise is gone for taxes and social security, so it's easy to look at your payslip and get frustrated. But you need to change your perspective. Because your true financial goal should never be just a high gross salary. Your goal is to maximize your real disposable income. And that is where the real magic happens. Once this law helps you boost your gross income, you unlock powerful, legal ways to optimize your taxes, invest into ETFs with tax benefits, and build long-term wealth right here in Germany. The new EU transparency law is a game changer for expats. It levels the playing field and gives you the exact data you need to stop being underpaid. But data without optimization is just wasted potential. So if you want to make sure that your new higher salary does not just vanish into the German tax system, we can help you with that. Book a free meeting with us. We will analyze your payslip and check your tax optimization potential to turn your career success into real lasting wealth. Thank you for watching und bis zum nächsten Mal.